right, folks, welcome to our last district game here for Spartacats. We are at our home rink wrapping up the, I guess, the last game of the district play before we head into playoffs. And girls are facing off against big rivalry here. We'll be looking to come up with a win over Valkyries. Valkyries is Apple Valley Burnsville co-op, so we did face them earlier this year. Came up with a tie in overtime, so girls are looking for a big win tonight. Okay, here we go. Starting lineup, looks like we've got Polslak, Erickson, Eilertson, and that would be Claire Eilertson on the forward line, Koken and Saliga on D. Koken tries to chip it into the zone. It comes back out. Valkyrie sends it down the ice. Hughes is just going to deflect that one into the corner. Pass up to Claire Eilertson. That gets broken up. Now Saliga getting in the mix. Erickson trying to chip this puck out. It's in the zone here, and Eilertson now comes away with it. Sends it up the ice. Erickson gets a piece of that one, chipping it further down. Valkyrie's on the way back. Valkyries dump it to the corner. Valkyries in the slot shot, saved by Hughes. That goes flying up almost over the net, ends up behind the net here with Valkyries controlling. Koken trying to get her stick in the way. Centered shot again, saved by Hughes. Another big save. And finally, Polslak comes away with it. Cross ice pass to Eilertson. Eilertson up the ice, dumps it, and we'll get a line change. Puck comes back to the neutral zone center ice. Valkyrie is maneuvering, trying to evade our D. That's Beckwith there getting a stick on that one. Valkyrie send it up to their D. And this is Stella Costain moving up the ice. Picks up a lucky bounce there. Oh, evading. Almost had a shot there by, I can't quite see who that is. I think that was Emily Quant with a quick little shot on net. Valkyrie is now maneuvering back to neutral. Beckwith looking to stop that momentum. She gets that girl pinched here on the boards behind the net. And puck is finally loose. It's in front of the net. Picked up now by, oh, Valkyrie's get a piece of that one. Valkyrie send it on net. Hughes deflects that to the corner. Puck gets picked up by Quant, and she's battling in the corner. She's got her sister to help out. Valkyrie is behind the net, trying to center. That's close. It's just on the side of the net there. I think Hughes got managed to kind of deflect that one away or poke check that one. And we're tied up on the boards here. Smith pokes that puck out. Here comes Beckwith now maneuvering back. Beckwith with a little bit of ice in front of her. She goes up the boards. Costain now getting a piece of it. Valkyries, the middle, sends a shot. It's just wide of the net. And Hughes going to make that stop. She's not going to take any chances. Stops the play here. Puck drop, had Luneberg there. Valkyrie's trying to send it into the zone. Koken now controlling behind the net. She's tied up with a Valkyrie player. Here comes Luneberg to try to help out. Luneberg comes away with it. Pass up to Weigel. Weigel, oh, looking for the cross ice pass, got blocked by a Valkyrie player. So Saliga trying to chip it out. Valkyrie gets offside. gets running. Let me know when you're doing a replay. Lunenburg at the face-off. Kate Eilertson comes away with it, taking it up the boards, dumps it. Now Valkyries picks it up behind the net. Backhanded pass, looking for a friend. Valkyries clear. That might be on net, actually, and Hughes is going to stop that one. So we'll have a quick face-off here in the Spartacat zone. Lunenburg taking the draw. Lunenburg gets tangled up here. Beckwith comes in to pick that puck up. Lunenburg, wow, she just barrels through, picks it up. She gets taken out by two Valkyrie players. And Valkyrie on the way back. Nice maneuver there by Emily Quant. Valkyrie gets offside. Erickson taking the face-off. Erickson to Koslak. Valkyries dumps it now to the far corner, and Beckwith is on the chase. She gets there first, gets crunched up on the boards. Erickson looking for the cross-ice pass, and Koslak gets taken out. No call. Valkyries passes. Send it up the ice. Erickson comes in to try to pinch. Puck is on net. That was a slow puck there, headed towards the net. Hughes had her eye on that one. Erickson at the face-off. Puck ends up in the corner. Erickson gets a hold of it. She gets tangled up. Valkyrie shot goes a little wide. And now we are back to the neutral zone. Puck flies into the Spartacat zone. Koslak on the chase. Nice catch there by Saliga at center ice. She sends it back to Koken. Koken passes up. Oh, interrupted there by Valkyries. Koken's going to take that player out. On the boards. Takes a check to the arm there and loses her stick. Now Claire Eilertson controlling the puck behind the net. Eilertson sends it up the ice to Costain. A little too much juice on that one, but Stella's going to make it work. She's racing to that puck. Oh, not enough. Too much time there. It was an icing call. Quant at the face-off. We're in the near corner here on the boards. Quant battling with Costain. Here comes Riley Quant to help out. Stella Costain gets taken out on the boards here, and Valkyries, the puck slides out into their zone, but that'll be an icing call as well. Grandma's here. Face off, Lunenburg. Saliga comes in with a stick. Valkyries controls behind the Spartacat net. Eilertson has her eye on the prize. Here comes Koken to help out. Koken just chasing this player, gets a little bit of a poke check there. Koken in the corner still with this player kind of controlling the puck, playing a little keep away. They send it back behind the net. And Lunenburg, aggressive, comes in, pinches that player. Valkyrie whiffs on that shot there at the top of the, well, just outside the circle. Puck comes back to the neutral zone. Koken slaps it. I think Spartacats technically got offside on that one, and we'll take a line change. Kolsak, Erickson, Eilertson on the forward line, and Beckwith, Riley Quant on D. And looks like we are taking a goalie change here, so Reek headed to the net. Erickson at the draw, battling. They almost took the ref out. Here comes Kolsak now, trying to reach around that player. Erickson on the chase. Valkyrie dumps it into the corner, and that ends up behind the net. Icing call, so we will have a face-off here in the Valkyrie zone. Erickson at the draw. We still have Erickson, Eilertson, Kolsak. Erickson chips it over to Eilertson. She ends up in the corner, trying to send it back, looking picked off there by Valkyrie. Valkyrie now, oh gosh, that was right in front of the net there. It was loose. Valkyrie manages to clear. And here they go up the middle. Erickson coming in for a back check. Look at her move. Look at that maneuver. That's my girl. And she sends it back behind the net. You should do a replay on that quick action there. Let's see if we can get it. No? Okay, my bad. Can't get the replay. Eilertson now sends it up the ice to Erickson. It's 1v2. Let's see if she can maneuver around a couple players. Oh, tried her fancy footwork. It didn't pay off this time. Valkyrie clears back to the neutral zone. Koken slaps it in. Valkyrie's passes up. Here comes Smith, gets a piece of it. She's in the slot. Shot goes a little wide. I think it got deflected by one of the Valkyrie players. And Valkyrie looking to send it up the ice. Costain gets in the mix. She'll take it back to the corner. She's sends it to Saliga. Saliga rips it, blocked by Valkyrie. And here they come. Oh, Koken's gonna step in. Valkyrie up the ice. Saliga gets it. Valkyrie with a little bit of a breakaway shot that went wide. I think maybe Reek got a piece of that one. Costain with a big, looking for a big pass. She chips it out anyway. Costain up the ice. Shot goes wide. Goalie got a piece of that one. Not technically on net, but you know, might as well send it that way. We've got Valkyrie passes cross ice. Here comes Koken to interrupt that pass, and Smith now sends it over to Weigel. Weigel up the middle. Weigel shot! Oh, and goalie gloves that one. We'll see if we can try the highlight reel on that. It'll take a second here to load. There it is. Weigel with a nice shot on net there. She went right up the middle. Puck comes back to Quant. She rips it in, gets blocked. Weigel again trying to spin around and send one on net. Eilertson now collects in the corner. Centers to Lunenburg. Gets a shot on net. No goal. So shots on net pretty even here, 4-4. We'll try to get the clock adjusted on the screen. Lunenburg taking the face off. Weigel, Eilertson on the forward line. Back to Beckwith to Eilertson now. Eilertson cross ice. Oh, and interrupted by Valkyrie. They come back up the ice. Lunenburg trying to get that Valkyrie player to get off of her balance here. Valkyrie's back to the point. They send it in, blocked by Lunenburg, and I believe that was Beckwith with a big hit there. Took that Valkyrie player off. We get offside. So we'll have a whistle and a line change. Kolsak, Erickson, Claire, Eilertson on the forward line. Saliga, Koken on D. Saliga taking it in. Wide, sends it back to Eilertson. Eilertson rips it in, looking for the deflection from Kolsak. That didn't go anywhere, so now we are back in the Spartacat zone, and Saliga's on the chase here. That will be an icing call. That was a weak whistle there by the refs, but icing nonetheless. 4:38 on the clock. Same line here. Erickson, Kolsak, Eilertson. Now Quant and Beckwith on D. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Beckwith on the chase. She picks it up. Beckwith, backhanded pass up to Eilertson. Eilertson looking for a move here. She's going to take it in, sends it to Erickson. That goes a little long. Quant from the inside the blue line, rips it, ends up deflected in the far corner, and now Eilertson has to pick it up. Here comes Erickson to help out. Eilertson on her knees trying to get this puck with Erickson. They're just slapping away at it. Still tight up. Valkyries comes away with it. They pass up to their wing. And Quant has her eye on it. They pass again to their center, chipped away by Quant, and Erickson gets a piece of that one to clear it. Valkyrie's on the chase now to the corner as we take another line change. Valkyrie's up the middle. Here comes Smith and Emily Quant trying to get a piece of that one. That they send it in, but it's deflected, dumped into the corner. And now Saliga controlling the puck. She'll take it behind the net. Saliga up to Costain. Costain to Quant. Emily Quant to Smith. Smith, that gets picked off by Valkyrie. Quant back to Koken in the neutral zone. Koken moving up the boards. Koken taking it in. And Quant rips it to the net. That gets stopped by Valkyries. They chip it to the far boards here. Koken comes in again to slap it in. And looks like this is Costain now trying to get through. She gets tangled up. Quant sends it, dumps it to the corner. Valkyrie is trying to pass up. Costain trying to get a piece of. Here comes Lunenburg. Whoa, big old trip there, and that's going to get called a tripping call. Who's that on? No call, so that was just an offside call, I guess. I thought there was a big trip there on the far side, but I guess not. Lunenburg now taking the draw. Weigel, Kate Eilertson on wing. Weigel gets a piece of that one, dumps it to the corner, and here comes Lunenburg on the chase. These girls are just taking each other out left and right. Valkyrie passes up, Weigel interrupts, and here comes Lunenburg to collect that lucky bounce. Now Weigel controlling. Weigel chips it to Eilertson! It's loose! Oh, no goal. We couldn't quite sink that one, but that was a close one for Spartacats. Another one by Lunenburg. That goes a little wide. Nice setup there, one-timer for Lunenburg. And Valkyrie's clear, collected here by Quant and Beckwith. Beckwith, that flies out. Good thing nobody's sitting there. Puck came flying out of the play. I will say I'm pretty happy to have two sides to this rink. We've got the home team sitting on one side and the away team sitting on the other, and that's probably best for everybody. So, Erickson taking the face off. Erickson chips it over to Kolsak. She chips it in. Valkyries now sends it back, collected by Koken. Koken chips it up to Eilertson, past the blue line into the zone. She gets tangled on the boards. Here comes Erickson to try to help out. Puck comes back to Koken. She dumps it deep. And Valkyries send it back. Koken reaching, couldn't quite reach it. It's a race. Koken gets there first. But now Valkyries take over. Valkyries in the corner. Here comes Erickson to pinch this player off. Valkyries in the far corner. Saliga chasing with Holsack. Saliga comes away with a puck. She's got some room. Passes interrupted by Valkyries, and now Erickson has the back check. She's got Beckwith there to help out. Valkyrie sent it behind the net. Beckwith now controlling the puck up the boards. She clears it. We've got a minute left on the clock here. Valkyrie's up the middle, interrupted by Claire Eilertson. Claire to Costain. Costain on the move. Costain, oh man, got interrupted there by Valkyries. Sends it on net no matter what, and goalie deflected that one to the far corner. Valkyrie's on the way back, 48 seconds on the clock. Quant with her eye on the prize there, and her and Costain now battling on the boards. Puck comes back. Costain controlling it into the neutral zone. Sends it cross ice. Pass to Costain, who gets a shot, goes a little wide. Smith behind the net here, 25 seconds. Costain controlling the puck. And Valkyrie's get a piece of it now. Valkyrie sent it across the ice. Smith is there, picks it up, takes it behind the net. She gets pinched. Comes away with it anyway on the near boards. We got 10 seconds in this period. Centers. Too much of a reach there for Weigel, who was waiting. Weigel sends it back, interrupted by Valkyrie. And that'll be the end of the first period. What a game. So girls are playing hot and heavy tonight. A lot of action. We knew this was going to be a battle. And they're hanging in there. Shots on goal favoring Spartacats 7-4. So let's hope they can keep the momentum.
Excuse me. Yes. I'm Bailey's
Oh, you
grandfather.
are? Hi.
And I just wanted to say I do a lot of traveling,
Yeah.
so I probably see more streams than I do live, but I appreciate I love your enthusiasm, and I particularly love, I really enjoy your unapologetic attitude that you're your daughter's mom. I think that's great.
I have to tell people that, but I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm just bragging about one.
No, I think it's great. I think that's great. It just brings a humanity to it that most of the time you don't. You're doing a fantastic job, and I appreciate it. I know that it's a tough job.
All right, folks. Shout out to the Weigel grandpa here. He just had to stop and chit-chat for a little bit. I appreciate that. So, love it when the grandparents stop by and say hi. I know they don't get to come to the rink very often, and sometimes they just get to watch at home. And so anytime they're in the rink and they get to stop in and say hi, I love it. I love talking to the grandparents. Lunenburg at the face-off. Puck comes back to Koken. Koken trying to chip it up the ice. And now Eilertson, and oh, they get offside. Let's see if Spartacats can sink one into the net here. I know I like to put it out into the universe before it actually happens, so come on, Cats, let's get one. I'd like to be on the board first, you know? Koken sends it cross ice over to Saliga, and now Weigel controlling it. Bailey on the move. Valkyries interrupts. We end up in the near corner here. Pass, oh, and Lunenburg had a nice chance there. Too much traffic. Saliga backhanded, trying to send it in. That was close there. Almost had a breakaway for Valkyries, but Saliga with a nice reach. And Valkyries send it up the ice. Koken on the move. She's racing to get to that puck. She gets pinched on the boards. Eilertson clears it. Valkyries dump it back in. Couple people, parents in the box there, I could see them flinch a little bit when the puck came flying and hit the glass just in front of them. I bet they're happy to be in the box. Eilertson, Eriksson, Kolslak on the forward line now. Eriksson chips it forward. Valkyries now pass D to D, and they pass up, trying to evade. Valkyries end up in the far corner. Quant and Eriksson now battling. They take that player out. Eriksson and now Beckwith just pinching this player off, getting physical here. Valkyries center. They got a wraparound shot there, but couldn't quite pick up the rebound. Valkyries now again trying to shoot. That got blocked, I believe, by Claire Eilertson. And now Quant picks up the puck, controlling it behind the net. Chips it up to Eilertson. Eilertson sends it cross ice. Kolslak on the move, picked up by Valkyries. Valkyries past the blue line. Eilertson has her eye on it. Now Beckwith. It's up to a couple of our D here. Cleared by Kolslak. She sends it. And the girls will take advantage here and get a line change while Valkyries collects the puck. Quant hot off the bench. Valkyries trying to maneuver this puck up the ice. Valkyries, oh, picked up by Smith. And that was a lucky time there because the Valkyrie player was coming off the bench. Otherwise, Smith would have had a breakaway, or Saliga would have had a breakaway there. So, unfortunate. Puck comes back to the neutral zone. Sends it. Beckwith will pick this up. Beckwith sends it up the boards, chips it out. Valkyrie's on the chase. Smith putting her wheels on, trying to get there. Putting some pressure here on the Valkyrie player. Sends it up the zone. Koken keeps it in. Smith trying to center. It's there. Costain comes up big. Stella Costain with the first goal for the Spartacats after a long time off the ice. Love to see that for Stella. And Stella Costain, the crowd is up on their feet tonight for Stella. It's been a long road of recovery for Stella to come back. And so this is a great accomplishment for her. I know she's been working hard. We'll do the replay here. Okay, we did do the replay. All right, well. Lunenburg controlling this in the corner. Centers to Weigel and now to Eilertson. Eilertson back to Saliga. Saliga dumps it deep. And now Weigel controlling the puck. Bailey looking to maneuver. You can just tell she's thinking about it. Backhanded pass gets picked up by Valkyries and they're on the move. It's a race. Stopped by by Lunenburg and Koken. And Valkyries tries to regroup here in the neutral zone. They pass it up, picked up by Saliga. Saliga sends it in. Weigel got a piece of that one. Puck comes back to neutral. We're on the boards here, and dangerous move here. Valkyries shoots, and they score on Hughes, unfortunately. We'll see if we can get a highlight of that one for you folks. So Valkyries with a quick response on that goal, and now we're tied 1-1, back where we started. Eriksson chips it to the near boards here on the faceoff, and Eilertson dumps it deep into the zone. 10 minutes still on the clock in the second period. Kolslak now picks it up in the corner, sends it up the ice. Valkyries comes away with it. They've got some room here. Beckwith has her eye on this player. Player trying to weave through, dumps it, too much pressure. Eriksson now picks it up. Eriksson on the move, here she goes. Eriksson off the boards. Valkyrie gets a piece of that one. Now Beckwith controlling. Beckwith up the ice, she's got room. Beckwith on the boards. Fancy footwork. Beckwith sends it, looking for Eriksson. That lands on her skates, it comes back to Kolslak. Kolslak and Eriksson trying to clear, Valkyries come away with it. Valkyries lose the puck here in all this traffic. Quant now picks it up. Quant taking it behind the net. Quant up to Eilertson, to Eriksson. Eriksson looking for the pass, got interrupted. Here comes Eilertson to collect. Eilertson gets through. Eilertson weaving, it's 1v5, you know, as the girls were taking a line change. Costain on the move. And Quant. Oh, an unfortunate grab here for the Valkyries. They take it to the behind the net. And this player is just weaving. Picked up by Quant. Quant clears. Here comes Stella with a bit of a breakaway. She's got to move. Oh, interrupted by Valkyries. And she gets a backhanded shot. Stella Costain. Wow, what a move by Stella. And Stella coming up big tonight for the Spartacats. She's hungry tonight. Hopefully everyone got the replay on that one. What an amazing shot and play there by Stella. She sunk it. I think that went 5-hole. So Spartacats respond. They are not going to be held back here. Puck gets picked up here in the neutral zone again by Costain. And she dumps it to the corner. She'll take a line change, a well-deserved rest. There's a whistle here. Looks like we got a tripping call, unfortunately, on Smith, I believe. All right, so Spartacats will really have to battle now as Marin Smith comes into the net. She's got a couple buddies here giving her a hard time, her B1 team supporters. they're coming back directly behind the box to heckle her a little bit. Well-deserved little pressure there by her Spartacat mates. Valkyrie's now looking to set something up here. They take it behind the net. Quant getting in the mix. Oh, and that was a nice little interruption there by Quant, Beckwith, I believe, as Valkyrie's trying to get a one-timer. And now Weigel clears it. And this will be an icing call. Okay, so lines are switching up here a little bit. Now we have Bailey Weigel taking the face off. Weigel trying to chip this puck forward. And Valkyrie's whiff on that pass, and Weigel racing to try to get control of the puck. Valkyrie's trying to get out of the neutral zone here. And they come away with it. Valkyrie's recollecting here at center ice. Pass up to their wing. Koken has her eye on this girl. Koken pinching here on the boards. We end up behind the net. It gets centered, picked up by Saliga, and Weigel now clears. Weigel, Luneberg on the boards. Luneberg just trying to barrel through, and there's a call, I believe, on Valkyrie's. Yep, Valkyrie's headed to the box here as one of the Spartacat players trying to get up. Got her, hopefully just got her wind knocked out of her here a little bit. We knew this game was going to get physical, so that's all right. Luneberg headed back to the bench. Okay, so this will eat up our penalty kill as Valkyrie now will have we'll be 4-on-4 here for the next 26 seconds. And then we will have a minute 6 seconds with a power play for the Cats. .7:17 on the clock. Shots on goal here favoring Spartacats still 9-6. So let's see if we can keep it that way, because it'd be nice to sink another goal or maybe even two on this team. Eilertson now taking the face-off. Again, lines switching up now a little bit as we're headed into a 4-on-4 and then power play situation. Valkyrie is now coming back. They pass cross ice. Eilertson on the chase. They pass again. They lose the puck in the neutral zone, and Eilertson comes in. She takes out two players. Here comes Beckwith now up the ice. Beckwith to Kolslack. Almost had a pass there in front of the net. She gets taken out. And now Valkyrie's on the move back. Valkyrie's up the middle. Beckwith keeping an eye on this player, pokes it out. Here comes Eilertson now. Eilertson with a long pass to Kolslack. Kolslack and Eriksson trying to stay on sides. Kolslack gets tangled up on the boards, and here comes Eriksson to help out. Eriksson collects the puck, dumps it, sends it into the zone. Now Eilertson picks it up in the corner. Eilertson with a long pass got interrupted. Koken sends it back to the corner, and Eriksson will get there to pick up the puck. Eriksson behind the net. She's got some pressure here by Valkyrie. Valkyrie comes away with it, and they send it off the glass, up the ice. Koken now in the neutral zone. Oh, Valkyrie's poked that out. They dump it into the corner. Now Saliga on the chase. Saliga pinches that player up. Valkyrie's with a shot, and they sink it. Unfortunately, they get that one past Reek, so now Valkyrie's tying this up as we were technically on a power play. So shorthanded goal for Valkyries, and I hate to see that. We'll be tied here 2-2 with 5:59 on the clock. Quant taking the face off. Ref giving them a gentle reminder there that they got to back up. Riley Quant passes up. Valkyries send it back. Riley with a little bit of soccer footwork there. And now Beckwith with some speed. Beckwith into the zone, looking for a move. Beckwith controlling the puck, dumps it. And now Stella chasing the puck. Quant and Stella Costain in the corner. Puck comes back to Beckwith, just inside the blue line. Smith trying to get in the mix here. There's a tangle of girls down there, hard to see. Valkyries comes away with it. They pass up the middle. Quant gets a piece of that one. Quant chips it up. Valkyries dump it back deep into the zone. And Beckwith collects. Beckwith looking for the pass to Smith, to Quant. Valkyrie's come away with it into the zone. Looking for a shot, and Reek is going to get a piece of that one, deflects it to the corner. Valkyrie is now behind the net. They're trying to center. That's on the side of the net there, and now Beckwith picks it up. Beckwith passes, chips it off the boards, and it ends up in the Valkyrie zone. That'll be an icing call here for the game. So we'll have another face-off in the Spartacat zone. Lunenburg coming in for the face-off. Wins it back, dumps it behind the net. Saliga trying to get a piece of that. Valkyrie's come in. Valkyrie is trying to center. Too much traffic. Eilertson comes away with it. Eilertson chips it up and out of the ice, out of the zone, sorry, and now Valkyrie send it back. Hi, bud. Lunenburg racing to get to that puck, hoping for a little bit of a breakaway, and Valkyries manages to catch up, but now Weigel is there. Weigel on the boards. Puck comes out. We couldn't quite get there fast enough, so we're in the neutral zone. Koken dumps it back, waited just long enough for everybody to get onside. Valkyries takes it behind the net. Lunenburg on the chase. Lunenburg and Eilertson teaming up here to try to gain control of the puck. Lunenburg comes away with it. Lunenburg circling around, puck bounces off a couple skates, and now Eilertson off the boards. Eilertson up to Beckwith. Beckwith rips it in! Yeah! There it is! A deflection from Beckwith to Lunenburg. Spartacats 3-2. I like that we're getting up by a point here and there, but we got to get a 2-point spread at least. So let's put it out there. 3:32 in the second period. Did you get the replay on that one? Okay, great. Hopefully the replay is working out for you folks at home. Erickson at the draw, sends it back to Beckwith. That ends up in the corner with some pressure from Valkyries. Let's see if the girls can hold them off a little bit here. Typically this game, Valkyries has responded pretty quickly, so let's hope the girls don't let off. Erickson tangling that player up. Valkyries take it behind the net. It's, oh gosh! And it's loose in front of the net. There was a whistle. And let's see, I don't think they're calling a goal. Did they call a goal on that? So again, Valkyries respond. No, they're not. They waved it off. Wait a minute, the refs are chatting. And the refs are going up to talk to the Valkyrie coach. Not sure what they're gonna call, if they're gonna call that a goal or not. So let's see if that'll wake the girls up a little bit, because Valkyrie has been responding to our goals. We've been getting up by 1 goal, and then the Valkyries will respond right away. So let's hope that was not in the net. I don't know, the ref's kind of waving his hands like he's not sure. So they're calling a no goal on that one. I think they're gonna have a face-off here in the Spartacat zone. Boy, we'll have to go back and watch the video on that one. I don't know, I couldn't tell, there was so much traffic. Erickson chips it over to the side, and Valkyrie takes it to the corner. They send it behind the net. Valkyrie in the corner, back to their point. Valkyrie chips it in the corner. It's centered here, tangled up. Valkyrie gets a shot, that goes high. Reek did get a piece of that one, deflecting it almost out of play. Saliga chasing. Puck gets centered, and now Eilertson manages to pick it up and get control. She sends it into the neutral zone. Koslak trying to get to it. Valkyrie now, you can tell they're hungry for a goal here. Erickson for the back check, pinches that player up. Oh, they get a shot, and Reek manages to get in front of it. Erickson clears it. And it looks like we're taking a much needed line change here for the forwards, as that was an icing call. 2:17 on the clock, so at least for now, Valkyries have not responded. It's only been about a minute since the last goal. So I think if we can hold them off for a little bit, you know, get a little bit of confidence here in these girls, that we can start to create a little bit of a distance in the goal spread. We need at least a 2-point lead, if not more. So, Costain chipping it out. Smith, shot! Couldn't sink it. She ends up in the boards. Now Valkyrie's pass up the middle. Beckwith, you can just tell the intensity on her face. She manages to interrupt that momentum, trying to take it out of the ice, and it's chipped out into the neutral zone. Beckwith collects, sends it over to Costain. Costain rips it. That's on net, actually, and the tender got a piece of that one. Just deflected it to the corner. Smith now taking it behind the net. Smith gets tangled in the corner. Here comes Costain to help out. Stella Costain. Oh, that gets chipped away by Valkyrie. Quant sends it to the corner. We'll take a line change for the D. Weigel comes away with it off the bench. It comes, it's still here on the wall. Weigel chasing. Weigel behind the net, controlling the puck. Weigel looking to set something up. Oh, she gets a shot on net. Tender manages to stop that one. 1:06 left. Every 30 seconds just feels like a 5 minutes worth of time. With so much action that's happening here. So. Lunenburg now taking the face-off. Eilertson, Weigel on wing. And Valkyrie is trying to chip this puck out. Here comes Eilertson to stop. Oh, and that just gets past. Saliga collected now by Koken. Koken with some speed. Koken off the board, sends it into the zone. Valkyries chip it back. Eilertson trying to get it in. They get offside. So Spartacats get offside on that one. I'd like to see them hold this team off for the next 46 seconds of the second period. And then give the girls a chance to catch their breath and then come out hot and heavy in the third period. Eilertson now controlling the puck after the puck drop. Koken dumps it. It's tangled. Valkyrie's clear. Saliga gets a piece of it. Valkyrie's working. Eilertson collects. Eilertson up the move. We got a 2v2. They pass. Valkyrie's get a piece of that. Now Weigel picks it up. Weigel taking it, driving it deep into the zone. She ends up in the corner and gets taken out. Puck ends up behind the net. That's going to be a call. Okay, so Valkyries managed to pick up another penalty here. And does a nice job on Weigel there, drawing the penalty. So Spartacats will end the period in a power play. There's only 13 seconds left in the power play, so hopefully, I would like to see them just rip one right into the net here, right after the puck drop. Shorthanded power play goal. So Erickson at the face-off. Picked up by Eilertson. Eilertson back to Beckwith. Beckwith, not enough time to get a shot, sends it back to Eilertson. Eilertson back to Beckwith. Send it in here, girls. We got 2 seconds left. And that's it. All right, so that's the end of the second period. All right, folks, so I didn't get to do the shout out to the parent bark in the first period, but now, so shout out to the Draculas in Inver Grove Heights for hosting the parent bark tonight. We did get a little extra time tonight for bark since the girls came out to support the B1 team. So we got 20 minutes extra. Fun fact, Draculas was hosting their bowling championship tonight. So halfway through our drinks, the entire bowling league came out to celebrate in the bar with trophies and all sorts of stuff. So it was a rip-roaring good time. So lots of fun.
How many penalties does Valkyrie have?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot again?
Not this game.
Yeah, I'm talking about this game.
I'm not sure how many penalties. I got Mateen here asking about penalties in the game. We've had quite a few. I think it's mostly been on Valkyrie. Valkyrie actually has lost a number of their fair play points this season. you know, the girls collect fair play points for playing clean every game. And I think if they get at least 3 penalties, they lose a fair play point. So for the season, I think the last statistic I heard was that Spartacats had 42 fair play points, which means we've played pretty clean all season. Not a lot of penalties. And Valkyries has lost a number of fair play points, so they are at 36. So this game has actually been much cleaner than the last game we played with them, but let's see what the third period brings. So Spartacats still here on a power play after the break. Erickson trying to control this puck at center ice. She's barreling through. She gets taken out. Valkyrie is now controlling the puck behind the net, and Kolsak on the move to try to interrupt that momentum. Puck ends up back behind the net. Kolsak trying to get there. Erickson, no, they pass. Quant keeps this puck in, dancing on the blue line there, dumps it to the corner. Still 38 seconds on the power play here for the Cats. I'd like to see a goal. And they send that, it's wide, just barely, wow. From this angle, that looked like it might have been on goal, and Hughes is just standing there, cool, calm, and collected. Oh, scary for a goalie mom. Got a JV goalie, so any puck that comes flying towards the net, I'm shaking. Looks like we've got Emily Quant taking the face off. So again, line switching up here as the girls are all kind of coming back from injuries and stuff. Valkyrie comes away with it. Into the neutral zone, Koken. Valkyrie gets through, shot, saved by Hughes. And a wraparound attempt. And they leave it in some open ice. Shot again by Valkyrie, goes wide. Koken now sends it behind the net. Saliga gets there to collect, sends it up the ice to Costain. Costain trying to push this puck out. Saliga again, cross ice to Smith. And Valkyrie gets a piece of it. Smith and Quant trying to barrel this puck into the zone. And look at that pinch there, Quant. I don't think Quant's letting that player go. She had her just pinched right up against the boards. Beckwith sees a little bit of room there, takes the opportunity, goes wide. Beckwith behind the net. Beckwith now has her wheels on, sends it to Quant. Oh, that gets lost here, and that ends up in the neutral zone. Puck comes back. Valkyrie's on the move. Quant, and they do get a shot. It was slowed a little bit there by Beckwith. Hughes sees it and covers it. So 12:02 on the clock here in the third period. Come on, Spartacats, let's get one. I want to see at least a 2-point lead on this team. Lunenburg taking the face-off. I did run into Lunenburg at the boys' varsity game this afternoon. She's got a brother that plays for varsity, and I did see her there, and I said, okay, Lauren, I'd like to see 2 goals from you tonight. She told me, her literal words was, I got you. So I'm waiting to collect here on those 2 goals. Lunenburg over to Kolsak. Kolsak up to Eilertson. Eilertson chips it into the corner. Valkyrie's trying to get it back. And Weigel interrupts that pass. Lunenburg barreling to keep this puck in. Trying to center, interrupted by Valkyries. That comes back to the neutral zone. And here comes Riley Quant. Riley to Koken. Avery Koken dumps it deep, and she'll take a line change. Weigel getting in the mix behind the net here. We're tangled up on the court. Valkyrie comes away with it. Valkyrie up the ice. Oh boy, Eilertson for the back check. Eilertson manages to stop that momentum and takes control of the puck. We like to say she's got surgical precision with that stick. She passes up to Weigel. And now Weigel with a little bit of room. And Lunenburg manages to stay onside. Oh gosh, that flew to the net. Lunenburg now trying to center. That gets picked up by Valkyrie. They come back up the ice. Quant trying to get a piece of it. They dump it to the corner. Here comes Beckwith to collect behind the net. Beckwith controlling the puck, puts her brakes on there to gain control, sends it up the ice looking for Kolsak. That gets chipped out. Erickson on the move now. Erickson got her eye on the prize. Valkyrie manages to pass, interrupted there by Eilertson. And Valkyries dump it deep into the zone. Saliga will collect behind the net. Saliga up to Kolsak. Kolsak looking for a pass. That gets interrupted by Valkyrie. Eilertson ends up with it. Eilertson chips it out. And Kolsak got a piece of that one. Valkyries pick it up at center ice. And then they'll get offside. Not sure what all the call. Well, don't call them out. I think some of the parents think there should have been a penalty there. I didn't see anything. We did see did the hand go up? Quant at the draw, and there's a lot of tangling happening here. Costain comes away with it. Stella on the move, evading. Stella dumps it behind the net. Quant now sends it back to Koken. Koken rips it in. We're looking for the deflection. Couldn't quite connect. And now Quant again, back to Koken. Koken keeps it in. Puck comes out. Koken now waiting for everybody. Oh, so close. Smith was racing. Marin was doing her best to get on that blue line. Just not enough time before Koken released the puck. Lunenburg taking the face-off, 9:11 on the clock. Lunenburg wins it back to Beckwith. Beckwith finds a little bit of room here, up the boards, gets taken out. No call there, should have been a tripping maybe. And now Lunenburg battling to control the puck on the board. She gets it. Lunenburg's shot, that goes wide. And we end up in the neutral zone here. And Weigel gets it to Beckwith. Beckwith up to Eilertson. Beckwith now again dumps it to the corner, and Eilertson is there to try to get a piece of that. Lunenburg comes away with it. Lunenburg behind the net. Lunenburg gets taken out. Valkyries wrap it around the boards and try to chip it up. Beckwith having to turn around. Quant comes cross ice to pick that puck up. Sends it up to Weigel. Weigel chips it, finds, no, she's gonna just send it off the board. So Lunenburg, oh, almost a chance there for Lunenburg to break away, and we get offside. So close, too much speed there for Lunenburg. She had an opportunity. I think if we would have been onside there, she would have broke through. No problem for her. Okay, so we'll take a face-off here in the neutral zone with Kolsak, Eriksson, and Eilertson. Dad's yelling for the bird to take over. Valkyries come into the neutral zone. They get tangled up with themselves, and Kolsak picks it up. Kolsak barreling through, gets interrupted. Send it back to Eilertson, who almost had a one-timer. Puck is flying around here, and now Valkyries come back with it. They pass in the neutral zone and dump it. Hughes will stop that one. 7:45 on the clock here, and Spartacats up 3-2. Now shots on goal very, very close, with Valkyrie now actually coming ahead by one shot. They've got 14-13. So let's see if the girls can shoot a little more here. Eriksson chips it forwards to the boards. Valkyrie sends it back. Valkyrie trying to set up. Eriksson gets a piece of that in the middle, and here she comes. Oh, she gets tangled up. Nope, she's trying to get in control, and she gets tripped. Oh, that away. She draws the penalty call. Okay, so we got a Valkyrie player here in the sin bin. Spartacats doing a nice job of drawing penalties on this team. Nothing too crazy yet. I know the last game we had with them was a little bit more physical. I think the Valkyries team trying to keep as many fair play points as they can. Puck comes back to Quant. Quant sends it on net. It's loose in front of the net. That gets taken out. And boy, we got a really loud parent in front of the camera. I'm not sure if you guys can hear her at home, but boy, she's got a voice. Puck comes up to Costain. Back now to Beckwith. Beckwith with some room up the middle. Beckwith looking for a goal. That gets interrupted by Valkyrie, and they send it up the ice. Koken keeps it in. No, sorry, Smith. Smith gets crunched on the boards. And Quant sends it looking for Costain. Valkyrie's clear. This will be an icing call. I guess we do have half the seating here is Valkyrie parents. Okay, so Spartacats still on a power play here for 20 seconds, or sorry, 40 seconds. Shots on goal evened up now, 14-14. Eilertson controlling behind the net. Weigel wide open here. Let's see if we can get her the puck. Eilertson, too much pressure to try to get a pass. And she'll send it cross ice up to Koken. Koken rips it in. It's bouncing up and over a couple players. Now Lunenburg pinching on the boards. Weigel there now too. Valkyrie's doing their best to just eat up the time. Puck comes out to the corner and Valkyries have it. Lunenburg comes in. Koken trying to keep this puck in. Valkyrie's player is just going to sit on it, I guess. That gets tangled up on the boards. And ref is going to blow the whistle on that one. And that's it for the power play for the Cats. With 6 minutes on the clock still. I just need another goal. I want a 2-point lead on this team. What's that?
Insurance.
Yeah, we need the insurance goal, like the goalie dad likes to call it. We need an insurance. Valkyrie's controlling this behind the net. Here comes Eilertson and Lunenburg to interrupt with Weigel getting a piece of that puck. Valkyries send it to the neutral zone and they send it on net. Reek is going to cover that one. We got 5:41 on the clock. Got the bird here at the draw. She tangles up. Valkyrie's now in the slot. They dump it to the corner and Beckwith on the chase. Erickson comes in to release the puck. She gets tangled. Nope, still controlling the puck. Sends it through a couple feet to Kolslack. Kolslack back. Oh, looking for Quant. Oh, and Valkyrie's with a bit of a breakaway. Oh, what a play by Koken to interrupt the momentum. She stops that one. There's not going to be a goal, shot on goal there if Koken is on the ice. Valkyries get a piece of that in front of the net. Comes back to their D. Their D sends it. Oh, saved there. Oh, shoot. No goal. Ref is calling that no goal. Ref called it no goal. I don't know. It was hard for me to see from here, but I'm going to call that a lucky break. I think Reek did stop that one. With 4:59 on the clock, lucky there. I couldn't see with so much traffic and Reek bouncing around all over the place. So we'll have a face-off here in the Spartacat zone. That's fine by me. And Quant sends it across ice. Smith on the chase, gets there first. She gets tangled up in the corner. Quant coming in to help out. Valkyrie is clear. That'll be an icing call. Yep. Okay, so we will face off in the Valkyrie zone here after a no-goal call. So let's see if the girls can just, would be nice right after the face-off, right? Just drop it and just sink it into the net. Quant at the draw. She tangles up. That player takes her. Oh, that's going to be a penalty call, actually, at the face-off there. Oh, what was that? A hitting call or a cross-check call? Oh, no. Valkyrie's head of the box, though. I'm pretty sure, that player's not happy about that. That's all right. Happens. Okay, so Quant back at the draw. Spartacats head into a power play here for 1:30. Quant gets tangled. Valkyrie's come away with it, and Costain on the chase. Costain reaching to interrupt. She does. Nice play there by Stella. Valkyrie send it on net, and Reek gets her paddle on that one, deflects it to the corner. Saliga now controlling the puck. Saliga past a couple players. in the neutral zone. Up the boards, passes up to Quant. Quant rips it on net. Goalie gets a pad on that one, and now Costain in the corner looking for a friend as we take a line change. Costain back to Quant, I believe. Quant centers! It's right there, and Valkyrie's clear. This will be another icing call. Still 53 seconds left on the Spartacat power play. Lunenburg taking the face off. She barrels through, picked up by Weigel. Weigel looking for a shot. Weigel evading. Weigel shot! Hits the post. And now we're tied up in the corner here with Lunenburg and Weigel. Lunenburg comes away with it. Lunenburg gets taken out, gets right back up, pinches on the boards here. Eilertson and Weigel come in to help. Puck is loose. Lunenburg. Oh, puck comes out. And Beckwith reaching to keep the puck in. It comes out to neutral. Beckwith controlling the puck. Sends it up the ice to Eilertson. Eilertson deflecting that into the zone and now chasing it. Valkyrie's trying to clear. Valkyries. Oh boy, that's a loud parent. Valkyries gets pinched on the boards by Weigel, and puck is centered here for a second. And now Eilertson controlling. Taking it behind the net. Puts the brakes on. Little pressure here by Valkyrie. Beckwith comes in to try to help. Eilertson collects. Oh, gets tripped. No call. Puck is flying here in front of the net. Puck gets passed into the neutral zone. Weigel on the chase. We'll take a line change. And Valkyries passes up into the neutral zone. Eriksson pinches, hot on the chase. Here comes Eilertson now to get a piece of it. Puck comes back. Koken steps up to chip it back. Valkyries trying to clear. Koken sends it cross ice to Kolsak. Kolsak a little bit of room and some pressure now. Kolsak centers, couldn't quite connect with Eriksson. She got tangled up too. Now Kolsak trying to drive it into the zone. Gets taken out, and Valkyrie's on the way back. Koken has her eye on this player. Eriksson coming in trying to back check. They get a shot. That's way high. Hits the glass. And now Saliga with some room. Saliga up the boards, evades, chips it. Valkyries collect, and Eilertson gets a piece of this puck, sends it. It's just wide of the net. Girls will take another line change. Quant hot off the bench to keep the puck in. Collected now by Riley Quant. Riley sends it up the boards. We've got 1:44 on this clock. Let's go, Cats! Valkyries up the middle, interrupted there by Beckwith, and so Smith chips it out. Valkyries pick it up just at the red line. Smith trying to wait for everybody to get on side here. Puck gets past to Smith. Now Costain. Costain on the move. Costain sends it, dumps it to the corner. Quant to Smith. Smith trying to decide what to do here, and that gets picked off by Valkyrie. Valkyrie on the way back. Beckwith has her eye on that. Valkyrie decides to dump the puck. Collected now by Quant behind the net. Here comes Emily Quant to help out. Oh, trying to send it cross ice. Valkyrie's in the way. Valkyrie ends up behind the net. That was close. Valkyrie sends it up to the point. Valkyrie shot, saved by, oh, and that goes in. Henrique. Unfortunate. That was a lot of momentum there in front of the net. You could almost just feel it coming as Valkyries tie it up again, 3-3. So we will take a neutral zone face-off here. Weigel, Lunenburg at the draw, and Eilertson on wing. So we got Koken on D. 43 seconds left. Lunenburg now, I can tell she's motivated here. Just barreling, you can just see it. She gets picked off here on the boards, and Valkyrie chips it in. Koken now collects, 30 seconds. Sends it up to Eilertson. Eilertson now trying to get through. Valkyrie's on the way back. Koken has her eye on it. Gets a piece of this puck. Eilertson trying to tangle up. They send it behind the net and center, nope, picked off by Weigel. Lunenburg clears, 10 seconds. Valkyries try to pass up. Koken gets a piece of that one, chips it back to neutral zone, 3 seconds left. Koken again, and that's time. That's it. I can't believe this game came up tied again. So we tied it last time, and now we tied it this time. It was very much back and forth. The girls played hard, and that was a tough game coming off a loss to Edina. So I'd like to see this come out another way. It was very close. We'll see this team again in district playoffs. So bye guys. See ya. Got some grandparents waving goodbye here. So, all right, folks, we are back on Monday, tomorrow. Back tomorrow with a scrimmage against Wayzata or Osseo. We got a couple tough scrimmages coming up. But back tomorrow sometime. No, tomorrow we're off. Monday, our bad. Okay, we'll see everybody on Monday facing off against Osseo Maple Grove, another tough matchup. But again, this was the last district game for this team. And so really for district play, we're back to...
I'm going to Danny's. Huh? I'm going to Danny's. Hang out.
Bye. And so we'll be back for district playoffs. Okay, folks, have a good